Well, before we go over the holiday weekend, it is time for the kitty cam. Here they are, 7 weeks old. I let them come down into the living room over the weekend because we did have some visitors. My cousin came to visit. My dad came to visit to pick out his cat because he's going to be keeping one. And I did let them come and run around downstairs. And there they are, snuggled up on my couch. They did climb. They were climbing all over the furniture. I do need to get some furniture protection because they are getting big enough to where there's no way I'm going to be able to keep them contained. Right now, they're in a spare bedroom. I'm not going to be able to keep them contained for much longer because they are climbers. They're getting out. They're little ornery cats. So they were climbing on the furniture. Luckily, their nails are too skinny. They're really like pins that when they climbed up my furniture, they didn't do any ruining. But they will as their nails get thicker. And so I've got to do something to protect my furniture and protect my house because it's not easy with these kittens. I got to say that they do think a corner of their playpen is a potty zone. So tonight, I am actually just getting rid of the playpen, or I'm going to cut out the bottom. I don't know what to do, honestly, because they do go in their litter boxes pretty consistently, but they also think that there's one corner in that. And I've put the litter box on it. I've done it, but then they're going everywhere else around it in that playpen. So I think they think the playpen ground because I think it smells maybe from when they were really little. I don't know. It's hard, but there is plastic underneath it to protect the floors. But still, it's my cat now, Luminella, is starting to do something pretty funny. She is they're 7 weeks old now. Technically, they wean almost completely from the mother's milk in like next week. I think they say 8 weeks is when they should be fully weaned. So they're eating food now. They're drinking some water, but she is still nursing them a bit. But at night, what she does is she goes and she scavenges for food to bring back to the baby. So they have plenty of food, but her instinct is to go and actually find food and scavenge food for them and bring it back to them. And it's really cute that she's doing it, but I don't have mice or birds or, fish or whatever she would want to feed the baby. So it took me a little bit to realize this is what she was doing. And 2 nights ago, I had made banana bread, and I heard this strange noise coming up the stairs. And what she had done was she'd gone into the kitchen. She grabbed, it was like a half a loaf wrapped up in aluminum foil, and she grabbed the half a loaf and she was dragging it up the stairs. And I could hear this strange noise going up the stairs, and I was like, what is that? And then I went to the top, I went out of my room and I saw her holding something in her mouth, and I was like, what does she have? And I was thinking, I hope it's not I hope it's not a mouse or something. And sure enough, she's holding the banana bread, She's got the banana bread in her mouth, wrapped in aluminum foil, and she was going to feed banana bread to her babies is what she was going to do. So after I realized her instinct, because they have plenty of food, at that point I was like, oh, I see what you're doing. So I gave them wet food, so that they had more, but they have plenty of food. But what I've done now since that night is I've been laying out shrimp. I've got some shrimp in the freezer. I've been defrosting it and laying it out so that she would have something to find for her instincts to go and find it and take it to her babies. So, because you can't tell her, look, they've got plenty of food. I'm feeding them. Like, she's got instincts. She's got these maternal instincts, and her maternal instincts right now are to go hunt, find food, and bring food back to the babies that are starting to wean off of her milk, and her milk is starting to dry up. She doesn't have as much, and she knows this. So she's like going and trying to find food for them. And so all I can do is help assist in her natural maternal instincts. I'm not going to stop them. So all I can do is help and assist. So now I'm just laying out shrimp, and then she's taking the shrimp and carrying it up. This morning, I went into the room and I found shrimp laying there. She had taken all the shrimp. I put like 4 of them out, prawns in the kitchen sink, and she had dragged them up into the room. So I'll keep putting out little food like that that's healthy for the kittens that she can then drag up to the room and feed them, because she is being a very good mom. She's very, very cute. And here she is laying on the side of my couch with the babies. She's so cute. I mean, look at her. Sorry, the picture's not very big, but it is what it is. But So we're almost to 8 weeks, which a lot of people will give away their kittens and puppies at 8 weeks. I don't think that's the right. I think they're way too young to be doing that. In Europe, you're not allowed to do that until they're 12 weeks. I think that's the right time, is 12 to 14 weeks is when it's appropriate for them. Otherwise, you're going to end up with anxiety and separation issues and, a lot of problems that I see friends of mine having dogs and cats, and they've had problems with them. And then I ask, at what age did you get them? They're like, we had them since they were born. They weren't shelter animals. I got them since they were like 9 weeks. 9 months. 9 weeks. And it's like, yeah, that's just too early. So they'll still be with me for another 12, they're going to be with me 12 to 14 weeks total. It is Thanksgiving week, so I am taking printouts of the kittens to my big family Thanksgiving dinner. We've got like 50 people coming for Thanksgiving. Wish me luck, because I have to cook. I'm cooking 3 Thanksgiving dishes. I'm doing the yams, the cornbread pudding, and also the ambrosia fruit salad. And I've got to make these 3 dishes for 50 people. Wish me luck. I'm doing that all day tomorrow. That's why we're not doing a show tomorrow, because I'm going to be busy cooking. So you could imagine that's what I'll be doing. And I am also going to bring printouts of the available kittens. My dad did come, and he did select the one that we had originally thought he would, which is the orange kitten there. Leonardo de Boise is his name. And the other ones, though, that white one is really adorable. She's available. That guy's taken. That's Dave. They named him Dave. He is adopted. And one more is adopted. I named him Sushi, but they're going to rename him. And then there's 2 girls and a boy that are available. That boy there is available for adoption. That's Vino. And the girl that's trying to get him, she's little Luminella. She looks just like her mom. She's little Lumi. And so she's, and then that white one, Snow. Yeah, her name's Noki. But they're available for adoption. So I'm going to take pictures to the Thanksgiving dinner. I think one of my cousins does want one. So hopefully I'll get them all adopted this week, and they can take them home for New Year's presents for their family. A new year with a new kitty. Thank you for watching this clip from the full Kim Iversen show, which you can catch Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern at KimIversonShow.com. It is free for you to watch. Again, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, KimIversonShow.com. See you there.